Oh, no, ladies and gentlemen. No, 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 no. Oh, hell nah. Hamzah Sheeraz, ladies and gentlemen. This could not get any worse. This is the worst thing to happen to Hamzah Sheeraz in his current state as a full world champion in the sport of boxing, the WBO super middleweight champion to be exact. This is the worst possible thing that could have happened to the man. It could be all over, ladies and gentlemen. No more of these easy give-me fights. Fighting guys like Edgar Berlanga, ALIMKHANULY, and then Zach and Huber. Enough of these fights. Bro, the WBO has just ordered their 168-pound super middleweight champion, Hamzah Sheeraz, to defend his title against the WBO 160-pound middleweight champion, or should I say former, as this man decided to vacate his WBO title to move up to 168 pounds following a failed drug test. Leading up to his unification bout, 3 of the 4 160-pound world titles on the line against Erislandy Lara. Janibek, the week of, fails a drug test for meldonium, a medicine that he was given due to prior health issues, a medicine that he had no idea had this meldonium in his system. At least this is what they're claiming. The WBO president, Gustavo Oliveri, came out and explained that following that, Janibek was suspended for a year, was stripped of his IBF title, ladies and gentlemen, but not because of that, because he wasn't able to fulfill his mandatory. The man was suspended for a year, but due to good communications, due to proving evidence to the WBO president, Mr. Gustavo Oliveri, he said that we've decided to end his suspension. He's met all the requirements to not let this go on. He's met all the requirements that we need, that prove, show evidence that the man wasn't actually cheating. He had health issues, went to the hospital, they gave him some medicine, and inside that medicine there was meldonium. Now, whether or not you want to believe that, I thought it was awfully suspicious due to the fact that that stuff definitely helps with recovery. Janibek ALIMKHANULY, y'all know how big, and I don't want to use this word, but we'll use it just for this instance, how big of a weight bully this man was for 160 pounds. I mean, god dang, he looked like a monster in there. That's why I call this dude the Terminator. This dude should have not been fighting at 160 pounds, ladies and gentlemen. And maybe he needed a little bit of, extra juice to be able to help him recover when losing all this weight, cutting down all this weight, going into fight week, ladies and gentlemen. But at the end of the day, it's over now. That's behind him. The WBO has officially allowed and accepted the petition that Janibek ALIMKHANULY sent to the WBO. They've accepted it, allowing him, who is a current WBO, or was a current WBO 160-pound middleweight champion, allowing him to move up to a weight class above him and get an automatic title shot. Ladies and gentlemen, this is horrible news for Hamzah Sheeraz. Bro, I don't see Hamzah Sheeraz winning this fight at all. I don't know how he's going to win it. He's going to have to be the faster fighter, stay on his goddamn bike, and continue to move. Don't make any mistakes against Janibek, who y'all thought he was a monster at 160? Bruh, at 168, he's going to have to stop putting as much time into that weight cut and focus entirely on his skills. Of course, Janibek still's gonna have some weight to cut, bro. The dude's coming in, dude's probably weighing like 190, 200 pounds. Janibek is a beast. It says he's 5'11" on BoxRec, but the dude is more like 6'1", 6'2". Bro, my personal opinion, Hamzah Sheeraz never wanted to fight Janibek ALIMKHANULY. Even if he beat Carlos Adames for that WBC middleweight bout, he would have eventually moved up, or if he defended it, never would have unified with Janibek. That's just a fact. And for, you know, the success that he's been having at 168 pounds so far, going up, fighting guys like Edgar Berlanga, beating Aleem Bejic for the title, then beating Zeckenhuber, I say to myself, it's over, bro. Janibek ALIMKHANULY is gonna beat this man, 17-0. 12 wins coming by way of knockout. Southpaw, tricky for anybody. Power, precision, skill, speed. Now, maybe Hamzah Sheeraz might have the faster hand speed when it comes to this fight, but who even knows? Both of these fighters were competing at 160 pounds at the same time. Both of these fighters are now fighting at 168 pounds. The difference is that this is going to be Janibek's first fight after his reign at 160 pounds. First fight at 168 pounds. We've never seen him there before. But you think and you look at all the weight that he was cutting, and you look at the 160-pound division, the performances, he's moving up a weight class now, able to focus more on his skills, more weight behind him, more power than the dude already had. Janibek, even though this is his first fight at 168, hey, the dude is like a 200-pounder, bruh. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is a horrible matchup for Hamzah Sheeraz. He's facing somebody who is not shorter than him, who has short arms than him. He's facing somebody that is just as big as him, just as long as reach as him, and even more highly skilled, bro. This is horrible news for Hamzah Sheeraz. Now, ladies and gentlemen, they've got 20 days to negotiate a fight before this fight ends up going to a purse bid. If the teams can't come to negotiations, can agree to a deal. And I'm left thinking to myself, what is Hamzah Sheeraz gonna do, bro? What is this man gonna do? Do you duck this fight? Drop your title that you just won, that you've been trying to do your whole career? Is that what you do, bro? I think it's too late for a unification bout to be try to be set up. Because y'all know unifications trump mandatories, but I just think it's too late. What is Hamzah gonna do? Is this man really gonna fight Janibek and introduce Janibek to the 168-pound division? Ladies and gentlemen, it's absolutely breaking news. I can't wait for this fight, though, bro. It's going to be an absolutely fantastic barn burner of a fight. Janibek is going to come in here and prove why he's a better fighter than Hamzah Sheeraz. And what Hamzah Sheeraz is going to do is going to have to prove all the doubters like me wrong. He's going to have to show us why maybe we're underestimating his skills. Why maybe he'll be able to box Janibek ALIMKHANULY, use his distance and stay on the outside, use his speed. Maybe if he's the faster fighter, maybe if he has a higher ring IQ than what we think, then just maybe Hamzah could get it done. But I've got Janibek by destruction. The Terminator is filling in more to these heavier divisions where he belongs. And I think it's only a matter of time before Janibek gets his hands on that WBO super middleweight title. But let me know what you guys think, man. It's absolutely breaking news. A fight that I can't wait for. The WBO, they did say that they were going to do this. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, man. I'm out.